Welcome to TechBrothers with Amir. In this video, we are going to learn how to use notebook activity with the base parameter in Microsoft Fabric data pipeline. The notebook activity allows you to trigger and run a Spark notebook directly from the Fabric data pipeline, making it easy to integrate a PySpark based processing into a large ETL or ELT workflow. So you can think of it as call this notebook, pass it some parameter, wait for this notebook to be finished, then continue the pipeline. So there are some key features you can take a look. So run a Fabric notebook, it triggers a Spark notebook stored in the same workspace. It supports the parameters, you can pass different parameters, then it waits for the completion, and then you can run the next activities. It is integrated with the Lakehouse, can process files, run models, or prepare data for warehouse. Log outputs, you can track notebook logs and execution status within a pipeline run history. So let's go ahead and perform this demo. Let me take you to the Lakehouse here, and in the Lakehouse I have this folder called the input folder. So I have a different customer files sitting here: customer data Asia, you have Europe data, you have North America data. If you click one of them, you are going to see some data. So you can see that we have customer ID, name, country, and region. Now if I go back here to my warehouse, I have created this table called the customer. So if you select the data from this table, as of now I don't have any data in this table, but this has a customer ID, name, country, and region, same column names what we have in a file. Now my goal is to create a notebook that can read this file one at a time, and I can pass the parameter which file I would like to read, and then read this file and load to my warehouse. So here is my notebook I have created. So first of all, I have a file name, and here I provided this file name here. If you see right here, this is a variable, so this is going to be changed. So I can change whenever I want. So as of now I have set the value to North America, and then once the file name is present, then we are creating a folder path. And you know that in the Lakehouse we have files folder, and then I have input folder under it. So you see right there we have files and then input folder. So we have that folder path, and full path will be folder path slash file name. So this will complete our full path. You have a folder path slash file name. And then what I'm doing, I'm creating a data frame df spark.read.format csv file, option header true, load full path. So read this file, whatever is available in this path, and then this is going to be the csv file, and header is true. So there is a header in this file, and load that to the data frame, and then I'm displaying the data into the data frame, and finally I'm loading that into the warehouse. So from date time import, I didn't need this one was from another demo. So import com.microsoft.spark.fabric, this is needed because I'm using a Synapse SQL connector from here. And here is my table name. So you have this tech data warehouse.dbo.customer. So you can see right here, this is the same table I provided right here. That's where I would like to write my data. And here I'm saying df.write.mode overwrite, and then Synapse SQL and table name. So every time this is going to run, it's going to overwrite to this table. So and then finally I'm just printing the table name. So this works great. And one more thing I want to just mention that over and over, you see that there. So make sure to set a toggle parameter cell value to the true. So if you go right here, then you're going to go to the toggle parameter cell. If you have not clicked on this one, what's going to happen, you will be trying to pass the parameter from the pipeline, and every time whatever the value you have right here, that's what it will keep using it. It will not overwrite from the pipeline parameter. So if I will hit right here, let's say we have disable now, so you can see it is not there anymore, and I'm gonna run this entire cells, and then we create the pipeline and try, and I will show you, and then we come back and enable, and then we will see if it start working now. So now if I will execute this notebook, what's going to happen is going to read this customer data North America, and then load into the data frame, and then finally load to the data warehouse table. So give it a second and it should be completing pretty quick. Okay, here is our output from the data frame, and we can see that it has read the North America data and sorry, I was just maybe saying Asia, but this is North America. So this file is read, and now it is loading to the table, and finally the data is written to the table. I can go right here, and I'm going to select the data, and should be showing me North America data. Our notebook is ready now, and we can create the pipeline. So let's go to the workspace here, and then in the workspace I will go to the pipelines folder, and then I will be creating a new item here, and that will be data pipeline. I'm going to call this pipeline 001, and then I will call it PL notebook and a parameter. Okay, so that's going to be my notebook name. Our notebook is ready, and now we can go to activities here, go to right here, and then select our notebook. So select a notebook from the under this tab called the transformer. So here is our notebook activity, and we are in journal tab. You can give a name, so whatever the name you want to give. So let's say it is a customer file, and with notebook customer file loading, and then this is you can change the timeout and all settings, but for now we are just going to be live with it, whatever we have. Go to settings here, and then here is the workspace. Sales workspace is automatically selected. Now go to the notebook here, and our notebook is 001 PL notebook. So this could be let's find it. So right here, notebook pipeline, sorry, notebook for pipeline. So I selected that one. Okay, let me refresh, and somehow it did not get selected. So let's go back here, and then I'm going to go right here and select. Now our notebook is selected, and I can go to the parameters here and say new parameter. If you will see my pipeline notebook here, and remember that we have this parameter called the file name. So I'm going to pass that. So go to the this pipeline here and say file name, and then it's going to be string type, and then we are going to provide some value. So let me go to the lake house here, and then I'm going to select the Europe file. So I will copy this and just paste it there. So I'm going to cancel, go to notebook again, and here pipeline again, and there I will just paste in the value of this parameter. So this looks good, and now if you remember that we can go ahead and run, and what's going to happen, I have provided the Europe file in the parameter for the file name, and my expectation is this warehouse should have data for the Europe. So if I will go right here and then take a look, and this is North America. So let it complete, and then we'll take a look if Europe file is loaded. So here our pipeline is completed, and we can take a look on the input, and we can see that it is loading customer data Europe, and then we can also go right here in the output and click right here on this link, and it's going to take us to the notebook execution. Now we can take a look from there as well, and if we will just wait for a second, and it is telling us it is loading customer data NA North America file. That's wrong, and remember that why that happened, because we did not set the toggle parameter on the cell. So that's why if I go to the warehouse again and run this query, it's going to return me the data is loaded the North America. Let me go back to my notebook here, and we have this value, so that's what it loaded. It did not take the value of a parameter from the pipeline. So I'm going to go to three dots here and set this toggle parameter cell. Once you do that, you're going to see this parameters tab right here. See right there. So that's what you're going to see. Now it is already auto saved, and we should be good here. And we go back to our pipeline again, and now if I execute, what's going to happen is going to read the file what I have provided in the parameter here now. So it is Europe file, it's running, and I took quite a bit of time and wasted there when I was struggling with this value, because I was thinking it should take the value, but it did not take the value till I set this toggle parameter cell. That means this is the cell I would like to use as a parameter. And also I will advise you, don't put multiple codes in maybe this is like this is just put parameters in one cell and leave the other code in the other cells, so that will be helpful as well. Now we are going to go back here in the warehouse, and I'm going to run this query, and now you see that the data is loaded for Europe. So it is working fine now because we have set the toggle parameter for the cell, and that help us to read the parameter value from the pipeline to the notebook. Now if I will go back here in my notebook pipeline here, and then click right here, you can see the input. Now in the input you can see that the value for the file name is this, that works. And then the output, I can open this link again, and then we can take a look, and it should be telling us it is a Europe file, and you can see that it is a Europe file. Just to make sure everything is working great, I'm going to do the last experiment with you, and then we make sure this is working. So we have done in North America, there was a default value there. Then we have did Europe. I'm going to load the Asia, and in this case now we should load the Asia data. So I'm going to go cancel this out, go to the pipeline again, and here I'm going to go click on the notebook, and then I'm going to provide the value here. So if you notice that when I'm providing the value for this parameter, I don't have to hard code the value. This value can come from variable or other different maybe lookup and all that. You have add dynamic content here. So when you click here, you can pass pretty much from everywhere, wherever you want. So there could be multiple activities before that build the file name, and then you finally pass that to the notebook. So now we are done with the parameter value, and we called it Asia file. So we want to put Asia file, and let's execute and wait for it. Okay, our notebook is completed as well, the pipeline, and let's go to the input here, and we can see that now we have Asia file. And then if I click right there in the output and go to the right here in the execution of the notebook, it's going to show me the file as Asia as input. So you can see right there. So it should be showing us right there. So we are fine here, and you can click on output and take a look on the details as well. And it has written to the our customer table, and then there are logs and resources taken or jobs. So there is tons of information available for you. So in cases, this is not a big deal for me because I'm just loading a very small file. But if you have a very large file, then you might want to take a look on time for the run, and how many cores and everything it is using. So there is tons of information is right here. You can use it. Now let me take you back here in my notebook warehouse, and here I'm going to run the query, and now we should see the Asia data, and we are seeing the Asia data right now. So that's great, and I thank you very much for watching this video. So I will do one thing, I will download this notebook for you, and you can experiment with this making changes to, and maybe just play with more parameter values, maybe just also add the folder path to the parameters, and just experiment with that. I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.